Hey guys, Slimber here. Sorry my room's a mess. I just kind of threw a bunch of shit on my bed yesterday, high as fuck. But I wanted to go into PragerU Kids again. I did a video on them last year and I don't remember much except how fucking terrifying the cartoons were.
I'm gonna be the
Who drew this? Who drew this? This like legitimately fucking frightens me. Like, okay, I don't like have sleep paralysis demons, but if I did have one, this would probably be it. I need a fucking drink to forget about this. So anyways, we're gonna watch an ad for PragerU Kids first, and then we're gonna watch more of that fucking creepy ass weird cartoon with bad voice acting. Here we go, let's go.
It's dinner time with family, and you settle in to dine. Your son is watching something, but you think it must be fine. You know it's only kid shows, so you have some peace of mind. But as you eat the roasted goose, your little sport insists.
Hey Dad, did you know America is racist?
Your mind goes numb, your skin turns pale, and your heart aches with fear.
I'll have you fucking know, America's brother's grandfather's best friend is black. How is it racist, huh? Also, like, look, my nephew watches random shit online, and he knows for some reason the USSR anthem. Actually, I know why, because he sees it in memes with like the fucking Doge dog and shit. I think the answer to this is maybe do some parenting and not just hand your kid a fucking iPad or a laptop or some sort of tablet or an iPhone, and don't just let them fucking look through the internet, fucking uncontrolled, no fucking limits. You know, maybe be a parent. This wouldn't be a problem.
Your child is being filled with lies, the babe you once held dear. But in that shocking moment, a man pops into frame. Could it be George Washington, here to save your child's brain? He snatched the screen and changed the thing, the something that is true. It's an app with shows for kids.
This literally is like the perfect example of like parents these days, especially newer ones. Okay, there has to be an app to fix the problem. We have to hand the kid an iPad and give him an app. Or maybe we should just stop letting him on the internet with no fucking, like, chance to monitor what he's watching. No, like, you know, any chance to control what he's watching. No, just throw him an iPad and we'll switch the app. That'll solve the problem. Like, maybe don't give a little ass kid an iPad unfucking monitor.
They call it PragerU. There's content for your child's mind to fight the leftist lies.
Wait. Or you say lies. Now look, I think saying America is racist oversimplifies it, right? I don't think that's the biggest issue. However, America definitely has some racist problems. Systematically, they have some racist problems. We're still feeling the fallout of the fucking civil rights movement today, with cops still murdering black folks. I mean, I guess you could say some of that shit with the cops is just authoritarianism, but they oddly target one specific race a lot. So, I mean, you could fucking pretty much argue they're doing it because they're fucking racist. Now, I think a lot of the problems with racism is also mixed in with classism, but America has a pretty racist history too. Look at slavery, look at what happened after 9/11, look at fucking the civil rights movement, look at, you know, what happened with Chinese people when they moved here, even Irish people in the past, German people in the past.
And if you give your child a chance to watch and think and grow, they might burst forth like Washington, a true American hero. Donate to PragerU today and help us teach more kids classic American values. Make your tax-deductible donation at PragerU.com.
There's the ad. Now let's watch the propaganda that they're giving to kids.
What you working on?
Math. You?
Math. You? Some of the worst fucking voice acting I have ever seen in my life. Not seen, but heard in my life.
A really hard essay. Just math? What kind?
Long division word problems.
Well, just remember the algorithm: divide, multiply, subtract, bring down.
Yeah, I know. Dad, mom, sis, bro. I learned it.
And make sure you don't skip.
Layla, what is with you?
Yeah, Layla, shut the fuck up. God damn.
Sorry, I'm just stalling. I really don't want to write this essay.
You love writing. What's up?
It's the topic. Does the American dream still exist?
No. Now just find a way to put that in, like, you know, a fucking million fucking words. No, it doesn't. It's dead. Very, very much dead. Housing is overpriced these days. Hell, even gasoline is overpriced these days, so most people can't even afford to fucking drive these days. The American dream is dead.
I'm doing research to figure it out, and I found a ton of articles. But I'm not even sure what the American dream is.
Don't they explain it in the articles?
Kind of, but it's confusing. So many different opinions and not a lot of facts.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of a subjective thing. Whether it's still possible to, you know, be successful in this country is honestly subjective based off your own personal experiences. If you're Jeff Bezos, who fucking is a billionaire and screws over his workers, then yeah, you're gonna say the American dream is alive and well. Because for him it is, but like, if you're one of his workers, then no, you're gonna say no, because you have no chance to move up in life.
Well, I can take a break from math. Let's go to the source. Type in American dream. I wonder who we'll meet.
Yeah, I wonder. Good idea. American dream. This doesn't look like America at all. The phone says 1784.
Yeah, I don't know where we are.
Waouh, américain! Allons les dire, Monsieur Franklin.
I think they were French. Are we in France?
To learn about the American dream?
Hello! I hear we have some American visitors here in Paris.
France. I knew it. Hello, sir. Are you, Benjamin Franklin?
Guilty as charged.
Bro, why does he sound like Kermit the Frog with the goddamn cold? Did they have fucking Jordan Peterson play him? Did they have Jordan Peterson, a goddamn Canadian, play this American hero? Are you fucking kidding me? But no, like, why does he sound like that? He sounds ridiculous.
What are you doing in France?
I've been here for a few years now. I was chosen to be the first person to represent the United States of America to the outside world.
Like an ambassador?
Precisely. You two look lost. May I help you?
I'm Layla, and my brother Leo and I are trying to learn about the American dream. But for some reason, our time machine brought us here.
That is interesting. And I think I'll be able to help, but first, time machine, you say? How fascinating.
Bro, this voice acting is so bad, he doesn't even, like, sound in the slightest bit exciting. You know, like, I can't imagine finding out about a time machine and being like, time machine. Or, sorry, that had too much emotion in it. Time machine. Fascinating.
I invented the lightning rod and bifocal eyeglasses, but nothing as clever as a time machine.
Oh, no, 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 Monsieur Franklin. Your inventions are very clever.
Oh, thank you, ladies. You are too kind.
No, 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 Mr. Franklin. It is you who are too kind.
They love me around here.
Can we get on with it? I mean, if you're just gonna have bad animation, bad voice acting, can you at least get on with the plot? God damn.
By the way, what's with your hat?
Ah, yes, my beaver hat. I don't wear this because I like it. I wear it because the French like that I wear it.
I don't see anyone else wearing one. They like that you're different?
You see, when I first arrived in France, I dressed as you two are now, with the clothes of a polite, fashionable Paris nobleman. However, I quickly learned it was better to dress as the French think of Americans because they are obsessed with our culture.
Obsessed, Monsieur Franklin!
They like that I wear a plain suit, and they love me in beaver.
Ooh la la, Monsieur Franklin!
Why are the French so interested in what's going on in the USA?
Children, I'm not bragging when I say this, but the world is interested in what is going on in the USA. This is because we are trying something that is so different from everywhere else.
I mean, was it really that different? I mean, we basically just got the idea from Rome, I'm pretty sure. Is it really that different than what's going on elsewhere? I hate this idea that, like, we're an experiment, but, like, we're not an experiment. We took an idea that already worked in Rome and tried it here. Is that really an experiment at that point?
America is the land of opportunity, a land where individual citizens determine the outcome of their lives. Here in France, if you are born a wealthy nobleman, you will die a wealthy nobleman. If you are born a poor peasant farmer, that is who you will be your entire life.
Yeah, here in America, if you're born the son of a billionaire, or like a Kardashian or some shit, you're going to die a Kardashian or a fucking billionaire. But if you're born poor, chances are you're going to stay poor the rest of your life. Maybe you'll get up to middle class if you're lucky. Maybe if we didn't put, like, opportunities behind a paywall, or at least acknowledge that that's the case, maybe we would be able to solve these problems. But, you know, yeah, nothing's really that different. I mean, capitalism is basically the next step of feudalism.
Wait, here in France, people are stuck doing the same thing their entire lives?
In most cases, yes. Especially for people who live in small towns or the countryside.
Huh, that sounds awfully familiar to modern society. Like, if PragerU is gonna make this, the American dream's not dead, and this is why, and then literally describe what's going on in America in 2022. I mean, fuck. How would anybody not see through this? I think even the children should be able to see through this.
Which is most people. There is very little economic opportunity, and unless you are of noble birth, there is no political opportunity.
PragerU confirms it. The American dream is dead. Jesus Christ.
French people don't vote for their government?
They can't. Young man, at this time, people around the world are ruled by monarchs and nobles who live fantastic lives.
Yeah, this might be like the only slight difference, is that they didn't have the facade of voting. You see, the facade of voting says that you have a choice between two candidates that believe the same exact fucking thing. So yeah, that's the difference, is they didn't get to vote between those two people who were going to do the exact same shit.
And they don't want their comfort and luxuries to go away, or even lessen. So they have set up systems of government and cultures which keeps people in their places and keeps them on top.
PragerU, you are just describing America. Holy shit.
I wouldn't like that at all.
No, that would be terrible. Sounds selfish.
It is very selfish of the monarchs and nobles to control everything. In the USA, we're trying what is called self-rule, where every citizen is free to build their lives how they want, and through hard work and with sound judgment, they can prosper. This is why so many Europeans are currently dreaming of America.
I don't know that they were really dreaming of America, especially France of all people. They didn't, like, overthrow a monarchy and do the same exact system we had. They overthrew a monarchy and basically installed a military dictator with Napoleon. So, yeah, maybe not what you're thinking here. Historically, maybe this isn't very accurate.
And I predict that eventually ambitious people from all over the world will join them.
So, is the American dream about moving to America?
It definitely can involve moving to America, but the American dream is simply the desire to improve your life through your own invention, and it can apply to American citizens too. Take me, for instance. I was born in a middle-class family in Boston, Massachusetts. I had a pleasant childhood, and my father set me up with an apprenticeship with my older brother. I was on track to have a nice life as a small to medium level printer in New England, but that wasn't enough for me. I dreamed of bigger things, and my American dream got me to Philadelphia at the age of 17.
Did your dad help you?
How about your brother?
Neither. I was on my own. I made the choice to leave the security and comfort of home because I needed more freedom to achieve the heights that I wanted to reach.
So you could have failed, and with no one there to help you?
This is true. The American dream does not promise security, and it does not promise success. It promises freedom.
Right, but I mean, at the very least, we could have a meritocracy, which we don't have. Even then, we didn't have a meritocracy. I guess we may have had it if you were a rich white dude. Mostly rich white dude with land. But if you were, say, a slave, there was no meritocracy then. And there's no meritocracy now as long as you're not a rich white person. And to anybody who doesn't know what a meritocracy is, it is basically what, you know how a lot of people will say, hey, as long as you work hard, you'll succeed. That's what a meritocracy is. We don't have a meritocracy in America because if you work hard, well, they just work you harder.
Our young country only gives people the right to pursue happiness. You must achieve it yourself. The American dream requires bravery.
You are very brave, Monsieur Franklin.
So brave!
Oh, ladies, I'm blushing.
Okay, I think I've said enough about this one, and we're at 15 minutes long. Now, I wanted to show you guys one with Frederick Douglass, so let's go ahead and show that one. The acting will probably be just as bad, so let's get right into this, shall we?
That's right, Bob. Despite some violence and destruction by some of our angrier activists, we're seeing mostly peaceful protests.
Protesters are demanding that the police be abolished.
Well, Clint, these local activists want to abolish the police. They're claiming systematic oppression and want the U.S. system torn down.
What is going on? Things are so weird right now.
I know. Mrs. Calder gave us an assignment today about being activists for justice.
Isn't Mrs. Calder your math teacher?
Yeah. We learn math, but we spend a lot of time learning about the stuff they talk about in the news.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. This is one of those, they're going to indoctrinate the kids fucking nonsense here. Look, it's only for dumbass conservative boomers who believe whatever they see on Facebook memes and then don't know what their kid is doing in school at all. So this is kind of where it comes from. And they might see something like slightly, not even like left, just something that's like true, like slavery was bad, or, you know, maybe people should feel bad for doing slavery, and instead they're like, how dare they?
That's weird. Isn't math class supposed to be for math?
Why is everyone so angry? Are they burning a car? What does abolish even mean?
That's enough. Let's get to the bottom of this.
The app?
You got it. Abolitionist? Let's check this out. Hi, are you an abolitionist?
I am. My name is Frederick Douglass. Welcome to 1850.
My name is Frederick Douglass. Oh, lordy. Like, bro, why does he gotta sound like that? Why does Benjamin Franklin get to sound like Kermit the Frog, but fucking Frederick Douglass has to have this stereotypical ass voice?
D2.
Thanks. I recognize you from a picture in my U.S. history textbook. You have really cool hair. I'm Layla. That's my brother Leo.
We're trying to learn about activism and abolishing things. Can you help us?
Well, not to brag, but I'm the perfect guy for you to talk to. I'm the most famous activist in America, and I'm currently working on getting something abolished.
Abolish means to end, right? What are you wanting to get rid of?
I want slavery to end. At this time that you have come to visit, for half of the United States, it is okay for some people to own other people, make them work for many hours for no pay, and force them to do anything, anytime.
That's so unfair and horrible.
You're right. The sad fact is slavery has existed everywhere in the world for thousands of years. But it's especially disappointing here because America was founded on the idea of freedom. Yet so many black people are not free.
Are you a slave, Mr. Douglas?
I was, but not anymore. I was born a slave, and I was taken from my family at the age of 6.
That's just so terrible. How did you deal with that?
It was very hard, and I was often sad. But I taught myself to read and write, and like I always say, knowledge is the pathway from slavery to freedom. As a boy, I was regularly beaten. But when I was 21, I had had enough and escaped to the North, where slavery is against the law, and have never looked back. Today, I am a free American, fighting for all to be free.
How can there be slavery in America when the Founding Fathers said that all men are created equal?
Yeah, and I've heard that some of those Founding Fathers owned slaves. What about that?
Children, our Founding Fathers knew that slavery was evil and wrong.
That's why 17 of them owned slaves. I mean, what, 17 out of 55? What is that? Let me do the math here. Fuck it, I'll just Google it real quick. Here. What is 17 out of 50? What percent is 17 out of 55? So 30% of them owned slaves. But they believed it was evil? Sure. I totally fucking believe that one.
And they knew that it would do terrible harm to the nation. They wanted it to end, but their first priority was getting all 13 colonies to unite as one country.
That's just not historically accurate. As I just pointed out, 30% of the original 55 delegates did not want slavery to end because they literally owned slaves. And not to mention the ones that didn't own slaves that also didn't want slavery to end. That's just far from historically accurate.
The southern colonies were dependent on slave labor, and they wouldn't have joined a union that had banned it.
Are you okay with that?
I'm certainly not okay with slavery, but the Founding Fathers made a compromise to achieve something great, the making of the United States. If they immediately outlawed slavery after winning independence, the southern colonies would have formed their own slave-owning country. Our founders created a system they thought would have slavery end gradually.
Well, we're here in 1852, and America's been around for about 75 years. You're still trying to get slavery abolished. It doesn't sound like the system the Founding Fathers set up is working.
On the contrary, all the northern states outlawed slavery by 1804, and buying slaves from Africa was outlawed for the whole country 4 years later.
What's taking the southern states so long to do what's right?
Great streams are not easily turned from channels worn deep in the course of ages.
Huh?
What I mean is, sometimes things are more complicated than they might seem, and complicated problems take time to solve.
Holy shit, this is a mischaracterization if I've ever seen one. Look, I don't know if the quote is real, but if it's real, it's being used in the complete wrong context. Frederick Douglass was known to be very fucking rebellious. I mean, like, he literally beat the shit out of his fucking master. I mean, rightfully too. But also, like, he refused to sit in segregated spots on a train, getting himself kicked off the train, rightfully. And I'm pretty sure he was a big Civil War supporter. Holy shit, is fucking PragerU putting words into this fucking person's mouth.
When I have a complicated math problem, if I rush to solve it, I make mistakes.
Leo, ending slavery is such a bigger deal than your math problems.
I mean, not only was it a bigger deal, but, like, it wasn't complicated. Slavery was wrong. It is wrong today in the places it still happens in. It was fucked up and it was wrong. And I hate this, oh, we're judging them based off our values today. No, we knew that then. We knew that then!
It certainly is, Layla. Along with independence and democracy, it's probably America's biggest deal. There was no real movement anywhere in the world to abolish slavery before the American founding. Slavery was part of life all over the world. It was America that began the conversation to end it.
Literally, England did it like 30 years before us. Hold on. Let me prove my point here. England fucking did it 30 fucking years before we ever did. Fuck, it's picking the wrong one every fucking time. Come on, OBS. Here we go. Look at this. So this is when they, banned the slave trade. But over here, in 1833, they banned it altogether in most British colonies. We didn't begin the conversation. Other countries were already doing this. That's like us finally doing Medicare for all after, Denmark and Sweden and the UK all have that shit and be like, we began the conversation on it. But no?
But Leo is correct that big problems need to be approached very carefully. Have you kids heard of William Lloyd Garrison?
No.
Nope.
He's an abolitionist like me, and he and I used to be friends, but we aren't any longer. We don't agree how to solve problems. William refuses all compromises, demands immediate change, and if he doesn't get what he wants, he likes to set things on fire.
Huh. That sounds like somebody who's gonna get what he wants.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds like you know the type.
Yeah, we've got that type in our time.
So, you're trying to work for change inside of the American system.
Precisely, Layla. Our system is wonderful, and the Constitution is a glorious liberty document.
Once again, historically inaccurate, but also, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because we're at like 25 fucking minutes, probably my longest video in a while. So I would say leave a dislike, but you can't do that anymore, so you might as well leave a like, leave a comment, and yeah, Slimber out.